So it's Kintsugi.
Kintsugi Wellness, take 2.
Kintsugi.
Kintsugi.
Yeah. Kintsugi.
I'm Camille, and I have an obsession. I stay up late at night reading cookbooks. I imagine that the author is my best friend, who I cook with and ask a million questions. And this show is my chance to do that in real life. We're going into the kitchen to get to know the people behind my favorite cookbooks, to talk life, talk food, and cook from their book. Hi.
Hi, Camille.
I'm here with Candice Kumai. I am here today, let's try that again, with Candice Kumai, my great friend, straight from Brooklyn.
Yes.
There's so many things to say about Candice. She used to be a model. I think she was the youngest contestant on Top Chef. She's done more than most people do who are like 3 times her age. Also, one of my favorite things about Candice is for a while, she was literally on the back of my Kashi cereal box. I'm so happy that you're here in Austin, and we're gonna talk all about your new book, Kintsugi Wellness.
Yay! This is so exciting.
I laid in bed at night reading it for like 2 nights straight. It's so much more than just a cookbook. The book is full of her personal story, her family's story, and so many fascinating elements of Japanese culture that I had never heard about before. I'm a sucker for any type of wellness and nutrition book. That said, this is coming from such a different angle with Japanese culture.
You'll see like how we can incorporate all these different ingredients that I like to say keep you really beautiful from the inside out.
Yeah.
This is a simple recipe that anybody can really make any time of the year.
We are making the, what is the recipe
We're
called?
gonna make a miso mushroom avocado bowl. Yeah.
I love that Candice kind of has formed her own style of cooking through the Japanese techniques and ingredients that her family has used, combined with growing up in California.
People are really intimidated by mushrooms if they look like they're from another planet, which I'm sure they do.
I mean, okay, like these are kind of normal and like cool. Like
these are beautiful.
Fine. But just this thing, I like had to buy this when I saw it.
Oh my God, this is so gorgeous.
Right, is that an oyster mushroom?
It's like a giant cluster of oysters, yeah, which we can prepare and show people how.
So show me what to do with this.
So typically you want to clean your mushrooms off by rinsing them off and scrubbing off all of the dirt on them. So this is a portobello, which you would normally take the gills out and trim the bottom, but the gills don't scare me at all. I actually don't mind them.
The gills.
And then also these are shiitakes. Most people don't realize that they can come in different sizes and shapes. With shiitakes, you want to take the bottom of these off always. You can save them to make stock later. And the easiest way to trim them, especially for our bowl, is to just go in a rocking motion across your board.
Have you always loved to cook? When did you start?
So I think the easiest way for us to go back is probably thinking about like what mom did to inspire us. So she came to the US from Japan when she was like in her 20s, and she married my dad. He was in the US Navy. My mom kept her Japanese style though when she was teaching Jenny and I how to cook. She actually didn't really want us in the kitchen. She just inspired us. So there was lots of like miso, udon, soba, yakitori. She did Japanese fried chicken.
Okay, Cali style udon. I love this because it's like a combination of a traditional Japanese ingredient with kind of the way her mom like jazzed it up and reinvented it for California produce. I mean, if that does not look like just wellness and nutrition in a bowl, I don't know what does.
So we flavor this with a little bit of soy.
It looks so good. And I feel like mushrooms are having such a moment.
Yeah, they
like
definitely
there's all the
are.
health benefits. And you said in the book your grandmother had glowing skin until she was 96.
Yes, she did.
What was
That's
like
a
her
real
normal diet? What did she eat?
So we think that the Japanese stay out of the sun, number one. So we've already broken that rule 2,000 times.
Right.
Too late.
Okay.
They also eat a lot of mushrooms, a lot of fresh vegetables, sea vegetables, miso paste, which has natural probiotic properties for your gut. And they also have a lot of soy, which is also it carries fermented properties in it as well. My mom, she seriously did this to me the other day. I'm getting ready and I was like, hey, just got a facial, like, how are you doing? And I'm gargling because it's like flu season.
Right.
She comes next to me goes like this, and she goes, free. This is free. I mean, if you get to meet her one day,
That's
Camille,
so funny.
she's so...
I want to meet your mom so bad.
She's just like the queen of all things Japanese. So at the end of the day, my mom had to edit Kintsugi Wellness with me. It was 2 years of agonizing like edits together, and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is so many pages. But I'm going to do it for you because it has to be the correct information. So
That's amazing.
If we didn't do it together,
Right.
we wouldn't have had this bonding experience. She wasn't that hard on me at the end of the day because I also photographed the book. I helped to...
Wait, you photographed the book?
A lot of people don't know that.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Now it's time for a little thing we like to call the Mixing Bowl Challenge. This is the part of the show where we learn all your deepest, darkest secrets.
There's so many. Where do we begin?
What's your go-to source for great recipes?
I mean, Abby Mom. Like,
Right.
that's no secret.
That's a good one. If you could prepare a meal anywhere in the world, what location would you choose and what would you serve?
Well, who am I preparing the meal for?
Let's say your soulmate.
Ooh, I've yet to meet him, so this is juicy.
Yeah, if you're watching, soulmate, this is what you're gonna get.
There's a place that I went to this last year called Turtle Island. It's a totally deserted island in the middle of Fiji.
Wow.
I got breakfast on the beach in the morning. So I would say I would make a killer breakfast, which includes like fresh fruit, smoothies, oatmeal with like all kinds of almond milk or
sounds so good.
cinnamons and bananas, all my favorite things in the morning with matcha. And we would do it like beachfront in Fiji.
You heard it, boys. The morning after, that's what you get. I think more than anything that Candice has done, I think this is the most personal.
This is a much different book than what we're all used to. And
Yeah.
like, I know that not everybody may understand what kintsugi is, which is the art of golden repair. But over time, that's exactly what I am and who you are.
Yeah.
Like, we are all kintsugi used as a metaphor for our lives.
There's this impermanence and things change, and I feel like that attitude could help all, especially people in Western culture, embrace aging and like even our things getting older.
So Wabi Sabi is about the celebration of imperfection, because if we're chasing perfection constantly, it will always be fleeting. There are things about myself that I realized I was like, you're not always gonna be a 20-year-old Candice. Like, you're gonna grow older,
Yeah.
and things are gonna change, and you're gonna have to learn to accept a distortion of a teacup, even a beat-up leather jacket. All that is so much cooler when it's a little worn in.
Totally. We could all use a little more kintsugi in our lives.
The book is essentially a huge guidebook to living a Japanese self-improved life. Nobody needs to be doing crazy diets. We just need to learn from our ancestors. And I just feel the most vibrant and healthy when I'm eating part of my heritage. And I think people, hopefully this is like a little bit of inspiration for people to change the way that they eat at home. Well, I just like to drizzle a little bit like on the side so
that's
people
so
can like
pretty.
mix it up themselves. And then you'd want to get gomaisho or toasted sesame seeds. These ones are raw, and just sprinkle it right on top.
Oh yeah. Yum.
Not
oh my
for
gosh.
one person.
So good. Oh, maybe. This is
By the
mine.
way.
Thank you. Okay, before we go and sit down, will you show me how to make matcha?
Of course, I would love to.
Okay. It was so exciting getting to learn how to make matcha from the matcha queen.
And this is like the real old school Japanese way. I want you to learn how to make this at home so you can make it for Adam, you can make it for
Yeah.
your team, you can make it for
gosh.
you. You can even show your daughter one day.
Love it.
She's gonna love it. Isn't that crazy?
I love it.
This is the cha sen, and this is the cha wan. So the difference is a cha wan is a matcha bowl, a cha sen is a matcha whisk. They're both traditionally used in Japanese culture. Cha sen, cha wan, yeah.
Chawan.
So a lot of us end up trading out coffee for matcha, and there's several reasons why. Antioxidants, L-theanine, a streamline of caffeine, no joltiness, and lots of vitamin C. And you're also ingesting all of these properties versus just steeping them. We boil it at 212, we let it cool at 175, 185. And my mother taught me this as well. Just do a little bit at a time with M and N motions.
Oh.
And what we want to do is we want to try to oxidize the bubbles.
So it has almost that froth on top?
Yes, that's what it is. It's oxidized bubbles.
Yeah.
And then you just add a little bit more at a time. And then if you have almond milk, and that's my like weird Americanization behind my matcha is like I really like it with almond milk. Perfect. So my great aunt Takuko would say, hold it with one hand underneath and one on the side.
Oh.
And that's the Japanese way.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you're gonna love it.
Oh, it's so good.
Isn't it yum?
It doesn't have, I feel like when I've had matcha at times, it was like overpowering.
Cloyingly sweet.
Yeah, and this is like so smooth. It's simple, but there is a technique to it. So I love being able to really watch the way that she used the whisk and slowly incorporated the matcha, poured the hot water so slowly. It really is about approaching it like an art form. And it was so delicious. The book and the idea of kintsugi, it's an idea that I really want to bring into every part of my life. Just mindfulness and awareness and making some of those things that we might overlook or do kind of in our sleep more intentional. I have high hopes that it's going to make doing the laundry a lot more fun. I'll report back. Kintsugi!